Hi, welcome. My name is Mrs. Larson, and this is your students' journalism class. As you can see, I am a graduate of Scripps College in Claremont, and I earned a master's degree in education from the Claremont Graduate University, and I earned a master's in educational administration from Concordia University in Irvine. And this is my 19th year at Santiago High School. I'm very proud to be a Shark, and I'm glad that you are here watching this video. So if you need to contact me for any reason, you can go to my website, mrslarson.com. Email is preferred, but I do give you the option to text, or when we are hopefully in person again, you can make an appointment and come by. To navigate the course online, it is slightly different. It looks a little complicated, but I'll go through and explain it. We do use Canvas for this course. The reason being is that as this is a journalism course and we are I teach journalism 1, intermediate journalism, and advanced journalism. The Canvas course allows for a serious plagiarism detector, so we can make sure that what we're putting out on our website is original work. That is something that's really important. The Canvas course is set up very, very easily. I'll show you an example in just a moment. The Google Classroom we use really just for a daily quick attendance check, and I give students time to do that in class. They go in, I remind them, head over to Google Classroom, click your attendance, and you are good. That way we keep the assignments and the attendance part separate. Parent Connect is where you can always check in on your students' grades. If you have any questions about anything they're missing, or maybe there's a mistake on my behalf, please reach out and let me know. Zoom is where we will have a class daily. We will meet on Zoom with the same link every time so your students know where to go. Occasionally, I will post in the daily slides that your students have access to that maybe on a Friday, if we don't meet as a class and their job is to be working on one of their current articles, that might be the case. But I would always be on Zoom if any students needed to come in and ask questions. But if they're working on an article deadline, there may not be a reason to meet as a class. So I'll simply turn my Zoom on, and if students join, they join. That doesn't happen very often, usually right before an article deadline. Other than that, we are meeting in class and discussing material. The course is built asynchronously, meaning that a student can participate in what we're doing for the most part in a non-synchronous manner. So all of the assignments are detailed. I usually try to include video or voice instructions at the top of them. And these walk the students through some of our coursework. We're using multiple textbooks. This one is called The Radical Right. And we have another one as well. The students do not have copies of those. And so I make all the information from these textbooks available online through small guided lessons. And then we use a lot from JEA.com. So that's our journalism, the big journalism umbrella. So students know to meet on Zoom, and I let them know through the daily slides. So I'll show you what Canvas looks like. If we go over they can go here and click on Google Classroom, or they can click on Canvas right here. And their courses would appear. This is the journalism course. And everything that they need is right here on the home page. So the daily slides, this will take them to a list of every meeting that we have. So if they're absent on a certain day, I just tell them to check the daily slide, and it has all of the work that we've completed. If you're interested in what we're doing in class, go ahead and check the daily slides. If students are submitting late work, I do accept late work. They'd fill out this form. This is the link for their daily attendance. Here's our website, the Shark Attack. And then we use this great Padlet board to keep track of what we are writing about. So here is kind of like we normally have a visual board in the classroom, and if a student is working on an A&E piece, they write it down on this little form that we have, and then they staple it up on the wall. So we as a newspaper can kind of see what's currently being worked on. In a digital environment, we're going to use Padlet. And students get articles approved here, and they work down through the directions. Once the article has been written, it goes off to an editor of that particular category, and then that editor edits it, then sends it off to our editor-in-chief. And then once the editor-in-chief is done, then it comes to me to be published. So this is where we keep it all together, and you can see that your students are busy writing. So all of that is located in the Canvas classroom. Assignments are linked through the daily slides, but they can also come to assignments here. And these are the current assignments that they're working on. In fact, they have their article 1 is due on the 11th. And these are the past assignments we've done, and then these ones haven't been assigned yet. So the course is pretty much already built and designed for the first 2 months. And then depending on progress, we're going to start getting into some more interesting topics. For example, right now we're focusing on writing a news story. So what does it look to interview somebody? What does it look like to research, to gather information? How do we write a hook? We look at an inverted pyramid. We look at the 5 W's. There's lots of different things. So they're focusing on writing a news story, although the article they are writing at first may not just be a news story. Fact versus opinion versus bias is a unit that we will spend some time on, where we talk about what's appropriate for a news story, what's appropriate for an editorial. We look at First Amendment rights and bias in the media. So we spend some time there. Then we talk about research and interviews, how to conduct those. And then really we wrap up with editorial writing. Now, throughout there, we still focus on lots of different types of integrating quotations in an assignment. We work on finding sources, finding news. We look at characteristics of news, what makes things interesting, what do people want to read. Normally in this course, we do some fundraising. Our paper costs $400 a year to run and to host online. And so we do some fundraising to raise the $400 to pay for our paper. Seeing as though we are not in person, we are going to hold off on the fundraising for right now and figure out what we want to do with that. Luckily, we do have some leftover money from last year that will help carry us over and cover our budget for this year. But hoping that we do go back soon, we will work on the fundraising part of the course. So lots of stuff go into those categories, and we spend time really getting to know each other and figuring out not only how do we recruit for the paper, but how do we really get students reading the paper? And so that's a big focus of our time as well. If your students are in elements of journalism, I encourage them next year to take intermediate journalism, and then their senior year or their junior year, they can take advanced journalism. Once they've completed 1 year of journalism, they are welcome to become an editor of a section or even run for editor-in-chief. We have lots of open positions, and we'd love to have them more than 1 year. So I think that that's everything that I have to share with you tonight. Please reach out if you have any questions. Oh, I should show you our website. Okay, here's the actual website. It's shsharkattack.com. And I do want to remind you, this is a student-run paper. So while I try my best to help with some of the topics and some of the actual writing, we do continually focus on that. The students are the ones who are editing themselves and deciding what is to be published and what is not. So grant us some grace. But no, we're very proud of our paper. we love getting comments on our paper. So when you click on an article, there's a spot where you can leave a comment. We love that. The students love getting feedback on what they've written. So right now we haven't published anything yet this year. We're really just starting to get this rolling. I recommend that you click on staff right here, and you'll be able to see all of your students and a little bio about them, and ask them to show you where they log in right here so that you can see our newspaper back office. I'll give you a sneak peek. It looks like this, and the students come here and you can see all of the stories that they are working on right now. So have them give you a little tour of the back office. It's kind of a neat program how we get everything published for the Shark Attack. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us tonight. I wish I could be meeting you in person, but unfortunately I can't. But I look forward to hopefully soon. Have a nice night. Bye.